So you're ready to try and install NX Witness completely and just set up your own system. So there's a couple things you'll need. You're going to need a webcam or IP cameras on your local area network that your computer is connected to, and a compatible machine. So Windows or Ubuntu Linux to run the server and the client application on the same machine is the easiest way to do it. So go ahead and go to download, go to Windows. If you're a Windows user like me, or if you're Ubuntu Linux, you can install the server and the desktop separately. But for Windows, we have a nice bundled installer here. So if you click on that bundled installer and press Save Link As, then you can designate where you want to save it, and go ahead and save it. And if Windows gives you some guff about the file, just say, no, I'm going to keep this. So it's a 200 meg file for both the client and the server application. It's super simple to set up. So here in about 3 seconds, the download will be complete. So if I go to my downloads folder here, then you can see now I have this NX Witness bundle 4.1.3.1.398, which is the 4.1 release version of the software. So double click on that bundle installer, and then you'll see the installation wizard pop up. Just agree to our end user licensing agreement. If you check options, you can do client and server, client only, or server only. We're going to do client and server, so just press OK and then press install. Windows will ask you if it's okay to make changes. Say yes. It will take a few seconds to install. It's not very long. There is no prerequisite software. There is no extra databases or anything like that you need to add. Once it's installed, you just go ahead and press the launch button. And what you will see the first time you launch NX Witness is you're going to see something that says new server, click to set up. Okay, so I've got two, and that's because I got another computer that has a new server installed on it as well. For this computer, I just need to know the IP address to make sure I'm putting it on the right computer. So I'm just going to open this up and then check out the status real fast. So give me 1 second. So my IP address of this machine here is 103. So this is my server here. You click new server. It will ask you, do you want to set up a new system or add to existing system? You're going to set up a new system. Name your system. We'll call this one Tony Demo 2. Under advanced system settings, you have allow device setting optimization. You want to keep that enabled. Enable device auto discovery. Definitely want to keep that enabled. And send anonymous user statistics and crash reports. I would recommend you keep that enabled, but it's totally up to you. Go ahead and press next. You're going to set an administrator password. This is basically your root password for the system. So use something that you can remember, but don't use something like a password or admin or QWE ASD123. It's just not a good idea. Press next, and you'll see your system is ready to use, and now you can log in with that admin username and password that you set. So the system will automatically add you in. Right now, you're going to notice something. Some cameras have already been auto-discovered. That's how fast NX Witness works. So if I go over here and I look at the Marantz USB camera, you can see this is me, right? It's found my USB camera. So if I want to enable recording on that camera, I can right-click on the camera in the camera tree, or I can right-click on the camera settings dialog here, and then try and go to recording. Now, when you do this, you're going to see something. 1 of 0 professional licenses is used. So before we get started, you got to go to System Administration, go to Licenses, and then click on Activate a Trial License. If you're like me and you've already activated the trial license, you'll see an error. It's not going to let you do it because you've done it before. No big deal. But if you're not like me, then it's going to activate a trial license. You're going to get 4 trials for 30 days. It'll tell you when they expire here. You can see mine's expired. Right, but that's where you go in and you can activate camera recording. You can set up your motion detection on it. The different sensitivities you want to set, and you can also see some other devices that have been coming in here. So these are devices that are on my local area network. So if I go to camera settings here, I'm going to need to edit the credentials to log into it. So let's see if I remember my credentials. One thing that's important, you will need to know your camera's credentials in order for the system to be able to connect securely to that camera. When you press apply, it should adjust the camera settings, but here you can see I've obviously got the camera credentials wrong. So, but this is basically how you do it. This is how you can set up your own system. Again, pulling in that USB webcam. This is really all you need to test the system and use it. The USB webcams come in as dual streaming, so you still have 1920 by 1080 at 20 frames per second. And if you go to the low res stream here, you're going to see it flip over to 640 by 360, so 360p, and 6 frames per second, around 7 frames per second, and 2 megabits per second as well. So this is how you set up your demo system locally. The last thing you want to do is connect your system to cloud. So if you don't have a cloud account, you can click this button right here and it will launch a web site, NX Cloud, where you can go and create your account. Once you've created your account, then you can go to connect system to cloud here. You're just going to put your email address in that you set up on NX Cloud, which is nxvms.com, and then you're going to put in your password. And then you're going to press OK. And now this system is going to be available in cloud. So if I log out and disconnect from this server, then demo 2 is still here, and I can click on it and go straight right back into it. So this is how you set up your own demo system. Wasn't able to show you the licenses because I have existing demos in the past that I've used, so I can't activate that. But this is how you set up the NX Witness demo system completely on your own. Give it a shot. If you're running any troubles, reach out to us at support.networkoptix.com in the community section, and we can help you get going real quick. Thanks, guys.